once again everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So ignore my sick voice. I'm filming a few videos today, so if you hear where I sound sick, it's because I have been. But don't worry, because I'm getting better. This is like my last day to sound like this probably, so a terrible day to film, but nonetheless, I put my face on and I'm not letting that go to waste, because nowadays that is a rarity because I'm lazy. So anyway, without further ado, let's jump into this video. So I've been wanting to make a video about kind of what to expect slash what you need to know about your first tattoo, because it's a completely different experience than anything else, basically. The healing process can be kind of terrifying, and going in and just getting the tattoo in general can be terrifying. Let's be real here. No need to sugarcoat it. So I just kind of want to give you guys my tips, my thoughts, things that you should bear in mind. So let's jump in. So this was my first tattoo, which you guys know if you've been on my channel. I have a video about it. And it's just black, so it was pretty easy healing. I know that now. I was not sure when I got it, because obviously if you've never been tattooed before, you don't know how the healing process goes. I have this and a color tattoo on my foot, so I have a pretty good understanding of what the healing process is like for both black and color. So if you're getting a black tattoo as your first tattoo, your healing process is going to be pretty easy, my friend, but you are going to freak out about it when it happens. It's just inevitable. You will be convinced that it's infected. You will be convinced that you're going to have whatever body part amputated that you got the tattoo on, but I promise that it will not happen. It's not infected. It will not be amputated. Infections in tattoos are extremely rare. It can happen, but it's very rare. And if you're washing it and putting on lotion and doing what your artist told you to do to heal the tattoo, it's going to turn out okay, I promise. But I do know that you are going to be freaking out about it, because I was freaking out about it. Even after I was assured that it was okay, I was freaking out about it. My foot tattoo, I was freaking out about it. No matter what, you're gonna freak out, and it's okay, it's normal, because you just got something on your body forever and you want it to look exactly the way that it looked when you got it. Technically, it's not gonna look the same way that it looks when you got it, because it's gonna fade a little, because when you first get it, it's super bright and super in your face, but then it's gonna fade, because that's just how it is. But it's not going to fade that much. When this was healing, I was like, oh my god, it's totally faded, it's going to look terrible, it's going to look super gray, it's not going to look black at all. No, stop freaking out. When your tattoo is healing, it goes through like 2 or 3 different stages. First of all, it scabs over. And I didn't realize that what I had were scabs on this. I was like, wow, it's really raised. It's scabs. You're gonna scab. I'm sorry. People say that they don't scab. I've scabbed on my tattoos. I have never had a tattoo that hasn't scabbed. So, I don't know. Maybe it's like depending on what artist you go to. I really don't know, but mine always scab. So, you're gonna have scabs. And once those fall off, you're gonna have it's kind of like a milky layer of skin. It's almost completely white, but it's not like, it obscures your tattoo and makes it look a lot more faded than it actually is. Don't worry. It's not faded. It's just that other layer of skin that has to peel off naturally and flake off and do its thing. Just keep washing it, keep lotioning it, do what you've been doing. You're doing great. As far as when you're actually sitting there getting the tattoo, it's gonna hurt. It might not hurt a lot, it might hurt a ton. It just depends on where and what you're getting. Like where you're getting it and what you're getting. If it's a large piece, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt no matter what, because it's gonna take a while, and the longer you sit there, the more it hurts. So it's definitely gonna hurt. Don't go in there like being all macho, like, oh, this isn't gonna hurt, I got this. It's gonna hurt. It's pain, it's an open wound, it's just the nature of the beast. But you can get through it, it's fine, I promise. If you're struggling, ask your artist if you can take a break. There's nothing wrong with that. Artists don't care, they don't mind, they will totally let you take a break if you're struggling. Because you don't want to tap out of this tattoo and your artist doesn't want to have to stop and come back to it later. You both want to get this thing done. So don't feel like you're an inconvenience if you need to take a break, because there's nothing wrong with taking a break in the middle of a tattoo. Depending on what kind of shop you go to, you might get to see a sketch before your actual appointment time, or you might see the sketch right before it gets tattooed on you. Either way, don't be afraid to tell your artist if you don't like something about the sketch. If there's something wrong, if it's too big, too small, if there's a detail that you don't like, please tell them, because it's just better for them to change it before they turn it into a stencil and put it on you and then you regret it forever. It's better to just tell them so they can take a few minutes to just tweak that sketch so that you have something you actually enjoy. Artists would much rather hear that there's just a small thing that they could change than just for you to let them go ahead and do something that you don't like. You're probably gonna feel terrible the day after your tattoo. Because all of your like endorphins and stuff are kind of shot, because your body kind of freaks out when you get tattooed and it's just like, ah, what's happening? So the next day you're probably gonna feel kind of tired, kind of just bleh. A lot of people refer to it as like a tattoo hangover type thing. Basically what you need to do if you're feeling terrible the day after, drink a lot of water, get as much rest as you possibly can. It's probably best to get tattooed on a day that you're off and have like a day off after. If you work, if you go to school, maybe do it on a weekend or something. Just try to schedule it to where you have the day of and the day after off, because I promise it'll work wonders. Main things to take away from this video are, yes, your tattoo is gonna hurt, but you can make it through it. Yeah, it's gonna be kind of weird when it's healing, but it'll be okay. You're gonna make it through it. It's not infected, I promise. You're not gonna have to have your limbs amputated. Just do what your artist tells you to do to care for the tattoo. Follow your artist's aftercare instructions. Don't try to do your own thing, or don't try to do what worked for your friend. Do what your artist tells you, because they know how to best care for the art that they've given you. The whole process might suck. You might hate getting tattooed. You might hate the healing process, but I promise at the end of it, you're going to be left with a beautiful, beautiful piece of art on your body forever, and you're going to be so happy that you went through all of that so that you could get to the light at the end of the tunnel. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I hope that this helped you, maybe even a little bit if you're about to get your first tattoo. Leave it in the comments if you're gonna get your first tattoo, if you have tattoos, any tips that you might want to share. Leave it in the comments down below. Leave me a like if you like this video, and subscribe, because I make new videos every Monday and Friday. Thank you guys once again so much for joining me today, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!